least some team from the city of Seattle is going to win something this year. Because it sure as hell isn't going to be the Seahawks. But the University of Washington wins the Pac-12 championship. Oregon came back, and then Washington came back. And what an end. RIP. Let's pour one out for the Pac-12. My career got started covering the Pac-12, covering Stanford football back in the Andrew Luck era. Then I was part of the Pac-12 blog covering the conference for ESPN. So I have a lot of fond memories of the Pac-12, which dates back to 1915 at the Imperial Hotel in Portland, Oregon, is when they founded the conference. And it's been through several different iterations, but won the most combined championships of any conference in college sports. And I think it's rather tragic that it's all over now, with all the teams fleeing the different spots, the Big Ten, the ACC for Stanford and Cal. So we just saw the last 60 minutes of Pac-12 football in that championship game, with Washington beating Oregon. It's the college football conference in the 49ers' backyard. And by the way, you're probably wondering where I am. This is Dallas Love Field. Big time delay. This is why I always try to get the direct flight, but I couldn't get the direct flight for my current trip right here for different reasons. And this is not DFW, so then while I'm trying to wait out my delay because of, I guess, weather on the East Coast, the same weather that might affect the 49ers game on Sunday. And Dallas Love Field, I'll tell you, DFW, the bigger airport in town, probably would have a place open at this time of night to watch the Pac-12 championship game. Dallas Love have a place open to watch the Pac-12 championship game. So it's a good thing that YouTube TV exists. And it's a good thing that YouTube exists, so I could bring this on live, maybe give you a little bit of an airport review. This is the small airport in Dallas. I ate, and I can't go over that direction because there's a guy on the Zamboni cleaning the floor here late at night. They're playing Christmas music. It's not great for the video. It's close to downtown, but I don't know if people like to go to downtown Dallas, so it might be the only this airport. The fact that everything shut down at 8 or 9 p.m., though, that wasn't good, especially since I was trying to watch some football. I mean, the Pac-12, or the Pac-10 at the time, is what gave, or maybe it was the Pac-8, I don't know when it turned from the Pac-8 to the Pac-10, but gave the 49ers Bill Walsh. Bill Walsh came from Stanford. Jim Harbaugh came from Stanford and the Pac to the 49ers. So, I mean, the conference has produced so many integral, important names in 49ers history. And now it's down to the Pac-2. Won't be named that, of course. And it's just sad that those of us who grew up watching this era of college football, it's going to be different moving forward.
Signage and staff will direct you to the
Don't you hate airport PA announcements? I mean, even at this late hour, I think it's like 11 o'clock here, Central Time. Even at this late hour, they always have to give you all these announcements and disturb your peace. Anyway, I'm gonna sit down. I think we're gonna sit down here from DFW. I don't want to make you people throw up by showing you the Dallas Cowboys Club, because there definitely is a Dallas Cowboys Club just down the way. That was a hell of a finish, though, for the Pac-12, wasn't it? I mean, a back and forth game. Allegiant Stadium in Vegas is really cool. The Raiders Stadium. I mean, geez.
For security reasons, passengers are reminded to control their baggage or packages at all times to avoid transporting items without their knowledge.
I don't need a reminder about
any unintended baggage or suspicious behavior.
how to transport my baggage right now. I'm sure you don't need one either.
Your cooperation in this effort is greatly appreciated.
Now we have it in Spanish. Long live the Pac-12. I'm just scrolling through the comments here. Is it 49ers Empire or 49ers Nation? Because somebody just said 49ers Empire in the comments. Yep, the robotic airport messages. They will not stop. Thought that I found some peace and quiet here in the corner of Dallas Love Field. I did not. Somebody says nation, somebody says empire. Now we got the big debate in the comment section. All right, we're back to Christmas carols on the PA system. It's good. Anyway, Washington today, obviously, you had two great cornerbacks or two really good college quarterbacks. I don't want to call a college quarterback great ever. I don't know how they're going to be at the next level, but Michael Penix and Bo Nix, based on what I understand, might have been a duel for the Heisman Trophy today. Both of them made huge plays. That stadium in Vegas, though, that for the type of back and forth game that we saw today, that's the perfect stadium. First off, selfishly, the press box is open air. It's not sealed, so you can feel the crowd. The 49ers and the Raiders played an awesome game last year in that stadium. I mean, we're talking, it was one of those back and forth games where the crowd in that stadium was split. I would say more 49ers fans than Raiders fans. So you had that home roar for both teams. And that's so cool. And I think that you had a similar kind of dynamic for Washington and Oregon in this game today. Daniel Garcia thinks that Bo Nix is going to be a good college QB and not much more. Yeah, I don't think with anybody if they're for sure if they're going to be good at the next level. There might have been a couple exceptions like Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck, but for the most part, it's a projection moving forward. You know, everybody seems so sure about guys like Zach Wilson and Trey Lance. And I'll be honest, I don't think that Lance has had enough of a sample yet to know for sure in games, but obviously hasn't been durable enough to earn that sample. But somebody like Zach Wilson is obviously flamed out in the NFL. And, I mean, he was the number 2 overall pick. Everybody was saying Trevor Lawrence is a lock, sure thing in that draft. And obviously, he's been the best out of those quarterbacks that went in 2021. But it's not like he's a world beater. He's not like he's ranked at the top of all the efficiency metrics. The guy who's ranked at the very top is the very last pick in the draft from 2022. That's Brock Purdy from the 49ers. So it's a total crapshoot when we talk about Bo Nix and Michael Penix. We could talk about physical talent all we want, but that's not going to be a guaranteed translator to NFL success. Pour one out for the Pac-12, though. For the last time, we saw the old Conference of Champions, as they love to call themselves, play football today. You're going to see Washington. You're going to see Oregon leave. You're going to see Stanford go to the ACC. You're going to see Cal go to the ACC. Yeah, Bo Nix has been around for so long. He started his college career in Auburn. You all know that my wife, Margot, went to Auburn. She was just hoping that Bo Nix would not win the Heisman after he left Auburn, because that would have made her very bitter. And I think that losing that game hurt Bo Nix's chances. I don't want to listen to these announcements anymore. I don't want to make you listen to these announcements anymore. So I just wanted to give you a quick 49ers thought here from Dallas Love Field following the end of the Pac-12. And as soon as they're done talking, I think I'm going to sign off. I just can't deal with it. I'm frustrated with the delay. By the way, I give this airport D. You got to stay open later than this if you've got connecting flights, especially since they can get delayed. You can't have all of these places closed. I couldn't even watch the Pac-12 championship game. I couldn't watch the end of the Pac-12, but I mean, I was able to thanks to YouTube TV. But the fact that there was no place to sit down and watch, it was bad. Now it doesn't get an F because there was a good spot to eat. I had a nice little pasta with shrimp and chicken. That was all good. But as far as the amenities here and the fact that they're not letting me do my live in peace, we got to give Dallas Love Field a D. If you fly through Dallas, I think it's safer. It might be more daunting to fly through the big one, Dallas-Fort Worth, but do it. Save yourself the risk of getting stuck like I did at Love Field. And now we have silence again for about 2 minutes before it's interrupted. But, you know, I try to go direct if I can. I can't go direct today just because of the flight schedule out of the Bay Area, because I had to give you some 49ers coverage in the afternoon, and I paid for it. But it's okay, because we got to talk here, and I hope that everybody has a good night. Maybe a dedicated airport review video is coming, because I still have like an hour and a half to kill. Life is great. We'll talk to you soon.